What's up, everybody, and welcome to the follow up for our last recording session for episode
43.
43 of the Dice That Bind Us. We did one episode this recording session because I feel like garbage, so we're moving on. We'll do two next week. Listen, note from me, guys: take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do. It's always okay to cut a session short, or
Yep.
if you're not feeling it, it's okay. It's okay. I forgot to talk about Ian.
You can talk about Ian now.
So you may have noticed in the episode that Ian wasn't there. Ian was doing real life shit, which ties into the message of real life comes first. Always take care of yourself first. D&D is a side thing. There, I did it. It's done. We're going to do our usual compliment wrap-ups. So who wants to go first?
I went first last time.
True.
It's true. I guess I will.
Hell yeah.
For someone else, I was gonna give it to Lysander. For stepping up, doing big captain things, and appointing everyone when we were in the big storm to man different posts, which inevitably made that entire encounter a lot easier and better to counter a lot of things that were happening. So I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then myself, kind of feel like I'm on repeat, but I just did roleplay again.
But dude,
And,
for you
trying-
that's hard. So
Yeah,
that
it
you
is.
did it. It's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
and you
Specific?
did. Yeah, get a little bit more specific. I could throw you a bit of a bone if you would like.
I just sure.
I pushed you into one, and you did
You
well.
you did. I tried. I wasn't ready, but I tried. But yeah. Then I'll toss it to Anook.
Oh crap. Okay. I think we all had good little bits of role play, good bits of this and that and the other thing we all did. Tonight was actually really good as far as we meshed as a team, we talked things through. Kudos to everyone for actually, we had a plan. May not be the great plan, but we have one and we're following through with it.
Yeah, we
and-
made 2 plans tonight. 2
So-
plans.
Kudos to us for that.
Oh.
Alex, as always, your DMing is on point and your voices are awesome. Garagak role played, and that is incredible, and he's doing better with that all the time.
Big try.
You do, and it shows that you're trying because you're getting better with it. So I guess that would be for somebody else would be to mirror for yourself. You were thrown into it, and it was a tough spot, but you rolled with it and you did good. You really did.
Thanks.
For myself, I did some clever things today. I actually used brain power, and I'm proud of myself for being clever. Zach.
There's a lot to pick from. I'm gonna give it to Ileana today. Just the small roleplay things that I feel like Ileana's just kind of throwing herself into now, and it's nothing. It doesn't always have to be like big, but it's just like the little things that Devin brings to the table as his character is always interesting. I always have to like extra pay attention to make sure I catch them all, because like Ileana, some of them are really small. Like they're just little nuanced things that he's developed over the time of playing Ileana, that I have come to like truly enjoy. So thank you, Devin. For me, I got the group to talk a little bit more and make a plan, and like having make a plan make more sense. And unknowingly got Lysander to share a lot of dirt. So that was fun.
You were the first one to ask Lysander if he was okay. Like, everyone just kind of accepted it for the most part, but you're the first one to be like, dude, you good? It's like, no.
Well, yeah, because I was just like, is that just like an untouchable subject? And then you just went all like full into it. And it's like, do you need to talk? Like you just came up to a stranger and just spilled it. Like I'll listen if you want.
But yeah,
I
yelled
just-
at for not talking to you. I went to the other direction.
So that was fun. We'll pop it over to Devin. Why not?
Yeah, just a bunch of really neat small stuff happened today. and like Garagak asking for auto crit, basically. That was a fun one. And then of course hitting that double crit like very first roll after. Big coincidence. I'm sorry, Alex, about your headphones. I hope they're okay.
That was not to you, Devin. You're perfect. That was strictly Dakota.
I really did like Bestios and like the imagery with like all the tattoos and everything. I think we can get along really great with Bestios. It'd be really cool for Nook to explore those like natural tattoos too. And then I like just the utility that Nook brings to the table with like scouting and like just all the different wild shapes. It's like every time it's perfect, and I love watching it. And for myself, it didn't happen this session, but the harnesses, we finally used them. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, let's go through Iceland.
Man, tonight, echoing what everyone said, had a lot of like really good little things. Like Anook and Zykor both being like, I think it was more Anook than Zykor. That was 3 hours ago. But just being like, should we figure out what we want to say to the Oracle? Was like more forethought than any of us have put into the campaign thus far, besides Alex. But like that was great, and just Ileana's just anytime something is going mildly wrong, I love the way Ileana asks, "Can I have a hug?" Because it's not like you need a hug and I recognize you need a hug. It's like I need this, so you're not going to tell me no, but I know this is for you, and I love every little time that happens. It makes me very happy. And just Zykor, the quick quip of what, did they fucking die too? Did you kill them? Was so perfect of like somebody who didn't know what was going on. Was just very good and being like, all right, let's sit down. Instead of everyone else, I'll do Coda too. Just the dude talking to Gum Gum was perfect. Of just, and like a lot of very good little things with that. And I think my favorite part of Coda tonight was just the duck, gets hit by an entire meteor storm and just go, someone threw a rock at me. Like, so good, so smooth, very you think like Garagak at this point. I believe enough of Coda isn't Garagak, but also
For sure.
like a lot, you don't have to double think or anything. What you say is just 100% in character, and that's great. For myself, I had one of these fun roleplay moments where the character just kind of took over and I didn't have a say in it because I just started saying words when it was like, okay, everyone, what are you doing? I just started saying things and then it was like, cool, keep captaining. And I was like, what? Oh, I guess I'm like, I did not plan that. I did not think that through. I just started saying words. And that's always fun when I get those little moments of like, the Lysander takes over my body and just starts doing things. And that always makes me happy when that happens in roleplay.
We're born for this.
I summoned a Planetar with my percentile roll.
Born to be a leader. Didn't think about what you were doing. You just led everybody.
No, Lysander feels like an absolute failure of a leader, and I'm excited to explore that as that continues happening. Because just a lot is on everyone's plates right now, and it's like, what do you mean I'm meant to be the boss? Hold on.
At this point, I've just resigned to the fact that I'm here.
You're like, I guess I'm stuck in it.
Anytime I think it's enough, it'll get one-upped by something else that pops up.
Because we've also not seen Zykor in full combat yet. So I'm excited to see that shine, where rogues are extremely broken. I think it's just Alex now?
Not compared to you guys.
Yeah. I'm just unkillable.
Well, we may put that to
You
the test next
died!
week.
You died once!
Fell asleep.
Coda.
Everybody at home can say it along with me, but I'm going to keep this brief. Lysander was one of my. It's hard, like normally I save somebody to highlight at the very end of somebody that I really want, like somebody that did extremely well. Because a lot of you guys always do extremely well, but there's like I always want to make sure that like there's that one thing that I picked up on, and today there isn't one of those things. Just as a blanket statement before I begin, because I was about to say Lysander is one of my favorites, but all of you, like it's because it was all of you. All of you did such a phenomenal job today. Lysander, my favorite moment from you was and it's I'm actually going to do both you and Zykor at the same time of the one-on-one interaction of this is everything that's going on. We don't talk about Tempard. We don't talk about Jennifer. Just avoid Departos as a concept, and just walking through everything. And Zach, you just kind of rolling with it and being like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It was. I think it was the first time we've got to see like the true versions of Lysander and Zykor interact on that level of just being two genuine people having this discussion. And you both did a really tremendous job with that.
And I had to say goodbye like 4 times before I finally was like, goodbye. Hey, what about this? No, goodbye.
Rob, you had big brain today, man. You got all them wrinkles working today. It was good. You were ahead of every little thing that I had come up with. Was like, yeah, this will be a thing. This will be a thing. No, you were on top of it, ahead of me. Every little thing, because that's the only way that I can really get you guys right. Is if I leave those little instances of stuff that are easy to miss. But today, man, you just didn't let me have a damn one, and that's wonderful, absolutely amazing. Way to use that brain that's up in your head today. That's good work. I'm very proud of you for that. Ileana, you continue to rationalize in my head why this little girl of an elf is out changing and saving the world every time you open your mouth, because every time it's impactful, every decision you make is impactful, and it's always something that's pushing the story further. It's something that's pushing the narrative further. It's something that's pushing your character further, or it's something that's pushing another character further. And it's all signs of an amazing role player. And you should not have any single worry in the world about this new job you're getting into. You're gonna kill it. You're gonna be great. Coda, I hate you. No, I don't hate you. But
You hate Roll20.
I hate Roll20. I do. I don't hate Roll20 either. I don't. It's a wonderful tool that has brought us much joy over the last year. I hate the thing that I made thinking it would not be a thing that I needed to think about nearly as often as I have to think about it. Now, you talking to Gum Gum and just like thinking through that whole process of like, you ever heard of the Abyss? No. Wait, hold on. And like scanning notes of like, no, somebody had to have been there, and like going through that and keeping like the role play and the thought process and just pushing through that. I think it was the first time you've had like a true like story hinging conversation that was solo on your shoulders. And even as short and simple as it was, you handled it extremely well and extremely effectively. And again, that was one of those little things of you could have not caught that detail of it has to have been somebody that was from there or somebody that knows how to get you there. You'd have been like, no, yeah, Gum Gum died. Gum Gum came back. Let's push through. And called me on my shit. You got to the conclusion you needed to. There's a big part of me that was really hoping that you guys would rely on Gum Gum to take you to the abyss. Now you won't. Now you're going to consider other things, but no, I'm really proud of you for that moment because you held your own. You did on the spot, like thrown into a story hinging role play, and you did an extremely good job. So very well done, buddy.
Thanks.
For me, man, we're finally getting into the point of the story where I have all of these crazy like NPCs and story and like mini story arcs and things like that I've been sitting on for a long ass time. like the character that showed up at the very end. Like I am so crazy excited to like have that start being explored, and putting in those little things like Dandelion showed up somewhere and the Arcanist Magnate beat the fuck out of him. It's little thing. I'm trying to do little things like that to show like, no, you guys, like, it's not just this unwinnable battle that you guys are going to keep having people die through and keep doing this thing. Like, you guys are growing stronger. The allies you're making are growing stronger. And I think I did a good job of showing that the tides of the world are changing through that interaction, as brief as it was. I fully expected for nobody to take that meteor swarm. And then I was extremely pissed off that Kodo was like, no, I'm going to take it to the dome. And then a 9th level spell did like 20 damage to you.
The power of dude, man, you used absorb elements so many times. Super useful.
Extremely good spell usage, brother. Extremely good.
And now Garagak knows to use his spells and stand near Lysander, and he will be invincible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think my compliment for myself really what it boils down to is I'm just really proud of the creative work I've put into all of this, and the fourth of the it's like the forethought I'm putting into the interactions you guys are having, the things that are happening, and because that's not how I DM usually. It's so far off from the way that I usually will sit down to guide players through a game, because it's just make stuff up. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm just gonna keep making stuff up and roll with the punches as they come through. But for the first time in a long time, I put a lot of effort into this, and I think it's really starting to come out, and it's really starting to show as you guys are getting back into the open decision making, like world adventuring type things. Like, you guys would have never met the character that showed up at the end if you guys had chosen to go anywhere. Like, if you guys had chosen never to go towards the ice, like the frost giant fortress. Like, there's all sorts of stuff like that that's just kind of out there, and it's all based on where you guys decide to go and what you want to do. And I'm proud of myself for keeping that side of my DMing where it is that open world. It is still that free range thing, but it's not making stuff up on the spot. It's okay, you're going here. Well, I already know what's going to happen there. I already have plans for what's going to happen.
And I will say I can see the forethought of like everything, even like you flying by the seat of your pants. You make such interesting, well-developed shit, but it's that side of your creativity is showing even more of like, no, I thought out this entire fucking thing, and it's gonna be dope. So I'm eager to either try and talk in circles with this person or get TPK'd. The two options.
Yep.
Both extremely viable options.
Guess I'm going back to Tumult.
Tumult is the only surviving chosen one, needs to do the campaign on his own with a band of uppity adventurers.
Ivan could be alive. Nobody's checked in on Ivan in a while.
Tapartos wasn't here.
No, Tapartos would just come into a TPK and go, what happened? So,
Ian's not here next week. Party gets wiped while Tapartos slept in the boat. Comes back. It's just him and Tumult.
And like
what happened?
And like the two young children in the bottom of the boat still just hiding. Now we're all Utgaran barbarians. We are 15, 16-year-olds and 2 toddlers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Saving the world with Tapartos.
The 6 of you are now playing teenagers and a 4 and 5-year-old. What's up? Let's go.
I call the 4-year-old.
Yeah.
That kid was a valiant hero that went to the abyss. Hey!
You figured it out. You crushed the ever so difficult puzzle I have laid before you. I am so proud. I think that'll do it for us for the wrap up for the evening. Thank you guys for watching. And this is just like fun getting to know you, Steph, and like getting to hear us blabber and compliment each other. And it's a good thing. You guys should do it for your games. It's not like we came up with the idea. We said it a million times. We stole it from fucking Twitter because it was awesome. Yeah, guys, take care of yourselves. Put yourselves before the game. As much as it sucks sometimes, it's a lesson I think all of us are experiencing in some way or another. Drink water. It's important. Even if you're drinking water out of a bottle that once contained vodka, it's still water. It still counts.
Sure.
I just have the vodka.
If that's what you need to do, live your life. I don't judge.
There's that. There's a giant bottle of Crown. Yeah, I got
There's-
a lot.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Like, comment,
everyone.
subscribe.